I seem to prefer winding down as opposed to charging up. Therefore, naturally, I respond better to sunsets than I do sunrises. And I always enjoy immersing myself out in nature during a sunset because everything changes. Subtle things that you may not always notice, such as the birdsong, the sound of the wind on the trees, and of course the light hitting all the objects around it slightly differently than it did that morning. It's a beautiful feeling. It's also a great place to come when life feels heavy, when you're struggling, when you're afraid, when you feel hopeless. Life can feel heavy more often than not. Life can feel exhausting more often than not. And oftentimes it can feel deeply personal, as though we've done something wrong, as though we are failing. But let me remind you that life feeling heavy is not a sign of failure, it's a sign of being human. I'll say that again. When life feels heavy, when you are struggling, it is not a sign of failure, it is a sign of being human. Because believe it or not, you are not supposed to be happy all the time. You are not supposed to be strong all the time. You are not supposed to enjoy your life all the time. Life is forever changing. The only reason that these trees grow all around me is because there is a strong contrast to the weather. There's dark and light, there's rain and fog, there's sunny days, and there's storms. But the irony is that without these strong weather changes, the trees simply wouldn't grow. And the same is to be said about our human life. The only reason we know good times is because we've experienced bad times. The only reason we know how good it feels to laugh is because we know how horrendous it is to cry. There is no good without bad. There is no bad without good. Everything is variety, everything is contrast, everything, ultimately, if you want to think of it like this, is everything is a lesson for you. We can learn from the bad. We can learn from the good. There is no light without dark. There is no day without night. You cannot admire the moon before first experiencing the sun. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Doesn't matter. Each are both equally as important. Does it really matter which one came first? Does it really matter if you came from trauma or comfort? Regardless of where you came from, what your story is, what your past is, and what your current situation is, life will never be harmonious. Life will never be completely and utterly balanced for yourself. There's always going to be stress. There's always going to be heartbreak. There's always going to be fear and anxiety. But the key is to embrace this. The key is to remember that there is no light without dark. The only reason you experience good times is because you have also experienced bad times. You literally need the contrast. We're all searching for happiness. We're all trying to achieve good times. We all just want to sit around a campfire and laugh with our friends, but the only reason those things are worth pursuing is because we've all come from the trenches. We've all experienced sad times. And that's okay. And the only reason you're going to have good times again in the future is because there's plenty of bad things to come. Plenty of scary experiences to embrace. So next time you are feeling down, or life is feeling heavy, as it probably is right now, realize that, believe it or not, you actually need these times, just as the trees around me right now need the rain, in order to grow stronger and become deeper rooted into the earth. You yourself will become deeper rooted in life due to your trauma, due to your anxiety, due to your stress. You can't escape it, no matter how much bubble wrap you wear. It is something to embrace. It is something to allow. It is something to become part of, as opposed to run and hide and flee and fight and grind. The ocean isn't always calm. Sometimes it's pretty scary. Sometimes it's pretty strong. Sometimes it can change very quickly. But then other days it's nice and calm and the sun is glistening off the waves. When life feels heavy, you can immerse yourself in the stress. But one of the best antidotes I've found is the immersion of gratitude, immersing yourself in the things that you are grateful for. Now, you might be going through something very scary, very hard, very traumatic. But if you build your life off of an enjoyment of simple things, things that don't require much effort at all, such as drinking a tea, sitting in the sun, immersing yourself out in nature, being grateful for your eyesight, being grateful for your hearing, being grateful for the bed that you get to sleep in each night when so many only have the streets to call their bed. Well, this makes the heavy times and the hard times much more tolerable, way more tolerable, because you can still have your tea when life gets heavy. You can still sleep in your bed when life gets heavy. You can still reflect on the fact that you can see perfectly fine with your two eyes when life gets heavy. And you can certainly come out here and immerse yourself in nature when life gets too heavy. You see, if you immerse yourself in gratitude, then those heavy days will still come and go. But there's always something to be grateful for. There's always something to look forward to. You might have a stressful day, but you have your cup of tea first. You might have a stressful conversation that needs to be had, but you can clear your head in nature before that conversation. We need those heavy days. We need those scary days. It's building you. You're not failing. You've never been failing, and I can prove it. You have survived 100% of every hard day so far. You have a 100% success rate at getting through hard times because you are here right now listening to this video. You haven't failed once. In fact, you can't fail because life is not an exam you have to sit and get one of two responses or one or two results, pass or fail. Life is something that is just happening to us, and it is solely down to us on how we react to the experience. We can complain and throw our toys out the pram and think that it revolves around us, or we can realize that we are merely like a flame in a fire. The stronger the wind, the more we dance, the more we adapt, the more we bend, the more we move. If you can learn to move with life and allow life to happen authentically and organically, everything around you becomes so much more tolerable and easy to work with. The hard times, the stressful times, the scary times. Allow them. Don't fight them. Don't try and hide from them. Welcome them. And appreciate what they give you, which is the beautiful contrast of good times. When I go camping, my favorite thing to do after camping is to go home and run a really hot bath and wash the dirt off my feet and scrub my armpits. Smell nice again. But it's the warmth that I adore. Now, if I hadn't gone camping, I wouldn't appreciate that bath. I might not even run one to begin with. But I love immersing myself in that warm water, feeling the goosebumps all over my body. The only reason that feels good is because I've been in the cold. I had a cold, long night out in nature. It was fantastic, but it was cold. And now I have the warmth. The only reason that bath feels good is because I was so cold the night before. And the only reason relaxation is going to feel nice to you is if you go through some stress first. The only reason the next time you laugh is going to feel good is because you have been crying. And unfortunately, the heaviness of life is unavoidable. It happens to all of us. So immerse yourself in gratitude, allow it to happen, and appreciate its lessons. And then the next time it rains, instead of complaining about how it's messing up your hair, you'll take a deep breath and enjoy that beautiful smell of the rain as it hits the soil. You'll look around and see all the growth around you, resulting in that rain shower. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this helped. Please like the video if it did. Leave a comment below if you'd like to add to the conversation. I always like reading your comments. Please do subscribe as well, especially if you're new to the channel. I make a video like this every single week, and I post shorts Monday to Friday on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So please do find me there as well. Have a beautiful day, whatever you get up to. Get out in nature, immerse yourself in it, enjoy it. Don't be afraid to go through those hard times. You need them. So find gratitude in that. And God bless.